second meeting of Agnel Toastmasters Club. Now, before we begin with the meeting, there are few rules. And as Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, I'll be announcing those rules. Number one rule is everyone who is attending the will have to keep the video on. So that is the first rule. And I see already Sagar who has switched on the video, and our Toastmaster of the day also has switched on the video. I see few smiles. Second rule is if you are a Toastmaster, add suffix of TM to your name. If you are doing any role in today's meeting, please add the role in front of your name. It will become easier for Zoom Master to transition and spotlight, mute and unmute you quickly. And thirdly, if you are a guest, please write guest in front of your name so that the presiding officer can give you an opportunity to address the club quickly. Now, to reiterate the mission of a Toastmasters Club, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We have a presiding officer of the day as someone who has been a Toastmaster for just 1 year, currently is serving as Vice President Education of Agnel Toastmasters Club. He loves to read, travel, meet new people, and understand different cultures. He is an engineer by profession and has been working with Schneider Electric for the past 12 years. Please help me to welcome with a warm round of applause the presiding officer for day, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you, Sanish, for the warm welcome. With a virtual gavel, I call the meeting to order and declare the meeting as open. Welcome, fellow members and guests, to meeting number 272 of Agnel Toastmasters Club. My name is Anand Ashok and I'm the club's VP Education. And for today's meeting, I'll be the presiding officer. For over 9 years, our club has created a warm and supportive, friendly and supportive environment as we gather each week to fulfill our mission as stated by our Sergeant at Arms and President of the club. That is, to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which our members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, this is a mission which we reiterate each week, week after week, again and again. And thanks to you, all of you, even though this has been a long weekend, most of you could have spent time out with your family or watching a movie outside because everything has opened up. But you choose to come together and learn from each one of us and to support the wonderful speakers who will be there today, supporting our Toastmaster of the day and listening and learning from them. Thank you and congratulations to all of you for being a part of this meeting. I see we also have some guests. Toastmaster Akshay is a visiting Toastmaster. Toastmaster Akshay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Toastmaster Akshay, I am a part of Mumbai Communicators Group. Hello, yeah. So I'm an HR professional. I'm working with the HDFC Bank, and I'm here today because it's an icebreaker speech for my wife, Toastmaster Amruta. So just here to support her.
Wonderful. And this shows the kind of camaraderie, not just within the Toastmasters fraternity, but even within the family, to support each other and learn from each other. Thank you for coming. I encourage you to participate in the meeting as a table topic speaker as well.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Now, moving on, we start the meeting, and for the Toastmaster for today, he's an engineer by profession and he is working in the healthcare industry. His hobbies are playing and watching cricket as well as reading. Please help me welcome with a warm round of applause Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Chetan.
Well, thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Anand, for the warm introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, it is my pleasure to serve you as the Toastmaster this evening. For the benefit of the guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. Well, this meeting is divided into three parts. The first one will be the prepared speech round. The second one will be the table topic round, and the third one will be the evaluation round. I would go one by one. So the prepared speech round, where members will be delivering speeches based on the projects path they have chosen. The second part is table topic round, where members are practice thinking and speaking on their feet. This round is also known as the impromptu speech. Guests are welcome to participate in this round as well. And the third part of this structure is evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches as well as the other aspect of the session will be evaluated by the general evaluator and the team. So, let me before starting to the prepared speech, let me talk something about the theme of the day. And the theme of the day is serving others. So, what does it mean to serve others? It means you are doing something primarily for the benefit and the goodwill of other person or group of person. When we serve, we look outside of ourselves and beyond our own problems. So everyone has their own problems, but still we come out of our own problems and seek to bring value to other people. That is nothing but the serving others, that is selfless, being selfless to the others. We all in some or other way serve others or add value to the society in some or other way, such like teachers. They do add value in students life by giving quality education. Parents, they do add value in children's life so that they can have a better life onwards. And thus the Toastmaster platform, uh, this Toastmaster platform also helps to elevate members and participants to explore themselves and thus help to add value in their life. They help in a way so that they will be confident in a life at personal as well as professional level. Toastmaster platform will add value in front of leadership, communication, public speaking skills, which ultimately make you a better version of yourself in personal level and professional level. When I first joined the Toastmaster class, I was a guest at that point of time. I did not have that thought at that point of time that I will be a member of this team and I will deliver a speech like this. But when I see the commitment of the people into the team, it changed my perspective. I joined the course. During my journey, I got immense support from Toastmaster Praveen, Toastmaster Anand, and every other teammates of the group. And even I seen the huge transition. I would like to I would like to highlight here Mr. Toastmaster Praveen. When I joined him, I seen him. He was struggling initially. Now he looks very confident and determined. So that is the huge transition I seen. Because I seen transition Toastmaster Anand. When I joined, he seen a jolly person. But when I then now at this point of time, he looks very committed. So the transition and this I can tell you is this platform, Toastmaster platform, Agnel Toastmaster platform, helped to elevate their life. Yes. So now I decided myself to add value, that is serve other in club in their journey via participating in different roles, working on feedbacks, working on my skill, so that it will be helpful to the others in the team. Thus, I'm helping others in serving. Thank you. So this was the theme part. Now, as the Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty to introduce role bearers who will assist me in running the today's session. So to help us navigate into the meeting, help me spotlighting the speaker. We have the very crucial tech master role handled by so Toastmaster Anand. If I'm yeah, correct. So Toastmaster Anand will be taking care of it. So I would request Zoom Master Toastmaster Anand to kindly unmute and spotlight yourself. And Toastmaster Anand, I request you to explain your role.
Thank you, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chetan. I'll be the Zoom master for today. You can contact, you can chat with me for any support or anything. Thank you. Over to you, Chetan.
Okay. So now the next role player for me is the grammarian. So to track the good and not so good usage of grammar, we have the grammarian for the day. So grammarian for the day is uh, uh, can you help me, Toastmaster Anand? Who is the grammarian? I mean,
We just have the timer today. No counter.
oh, no grammarian. Okay, fine. So I will skip this part. I will. We have our counter for today.
No, we just have the timer.
Okay, fine, no problem. Let me introduce about the timer. So to keep the track of the time spent by each speaker, please help me welcome the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Harshada. I would request Zoom Master to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Harshada. And Toastmaster Harshada, I would request you to explain your role.
Good evening to the Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the timer for the day, and as the timer, it is my duty to record the time for prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. For prepared speeches, the time allotted varies as per the project and will be stated by the evaluator. For instance, for an icebreaker, the time allocated is 4 to 6 minutes. For table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. For evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. Speaker must meet the specified time limit to qualify for the awards at the end of the meeting. I will display the green screen at the minimum qualifying time, yellow screen at the midpoint of the qualifying time range, and the red screen at the maximum qualifying time till the end of the speech. For prepared speech and evaluation, the speaker has 30-second grace before the minimum qualifying time and after the maximum qualifying time. For table topics, there is a grace of 30 seconds only after the red screen is displayed. All speakers who continue to speak beyond 30 seconds, grace will not qualify for the vote. I will report the time taken by the speakers when called upon. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So thank you, Toastmaster Harshada. That was wonderful. So moving on, let us start with the prepared speeches. Before that, let me ask Toastmaster Anna, who will be the speaker for the prepared speeches? Can you help me with that?
Yes, speaker one is Toastmaster Amrita. Speaker 2 is Toastmaster Ashwin, and Speaker 3 is Toastmaster Parita.
Okay, fine, thank you. So the first speaker for this role will be attempting. So Toastmaster Anand, can you help me with this? So level 1, level, because I don't have the details of those.
Yes, you may now call upon the evaluator for speaker number 1.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So let me call upon evaluator they will explain about the prepared speeches and the speaker. So let me evaluator Toastmaster Vidya. Yeah.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Vidya Kurup and I'll be evaluating the speech given by the first speaker, Toastmaster Amrita. Please note, Toastmaster Amrita is giving her L1P1 speech from the pathway Presentation Mastery. The purpose of her speech is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes. All the very best, Amrita. Rocket. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Okay, thank you, evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Vidya. So, uh, Toastmaster Amruta will be starting her prepared speech. So, over to you, Toastmaster Amruta. Uh, you can start, please.
The secret of success is to start from scratch and keep on scratching. Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster, and guest. Today, I take you through different phases of my life. Myself, Amruta Deshmukh, born on 29th August 1991 in a Maharashtrian family. I was the first child of my loving parents. My parents were teacher by profession, so I brought up in very disciplined environment. They follow their fixed daily routine very rigorously, and unconsciously I also adopted that. Because of their busy schedule, I used to manage everything, right from the household chores to submitting bills and taking care of my younger sister. Now, fast forward to my 12th grade. Due to my below performance, I didn't get admission in engineering. That led to a very disappointment to my parents. And I decided to start again from the scratch. I went to Polytechnic, did diploma in electronics and telecommunication, then completing my engineering in electronics and telecommunication, and with 100% dedication. Today, I am regarded as electronics and telecommunication engineer, and credit goes to my parents. While doing engineering, I realized that this is not my cup of tea. I was just doing it because of my parents. I'm not enjoying it at all. Then in third year, I decided to go for MBA. Once again, I started from scratch, technical to marketing. 2015 was a very special year for me because I met my husband for the first time. I came to Mumbai to do MBA and started my journey independently. After that, I got a job in ICICI Securities in sales, then changed my job to IndusInd Bank again in sales. After spending more than 4 years in banking and broking industry, I realized that my salary was good, but my learning was nothing, zero. So I decided to start something on my own. Once again, I started from scratch. I started my journey as a content creator. I made videos and uploaded on YouTube and other social media platforms to increase financial awareness and literacy in India. During this journey, I watched lots of TED Talk. One day, I came across Mr. Praveen Vadelka TED Talk, and he inspired me a lot. He was the member of Toastmaster Club. So I decided to start my journey as a Toastmaster to improve my communication and presentation skills. This time, not from scratch, but with some experience. My life is full of inspiration. My family inspired me a lot. My father, Mr. Deepak Deshmukh, he is my constant support system. He takes me pride in whatever I do. I learned the unfailing quality of unconditional love from my dad. My mother, Mrs. Anjali Deshmukh, though she is not agree with my maximum decision, but her honest criticism since childhood make me to learn, grow, and excel. I used to feel very irritated and bad because she used to correct me in every little thing, but I didn't realize the importance of improvement that time. Then my younger sister Avanti, currently working in TCS and very introvert in nature, but she has a unique quality to continuously work on herself, and that inspired me a lot. Last but not least, my husband, Mr. Akshay Hawaldar, is working with HDFC Bank as a HR business partner. He supported me wholeheartedly, whatever I do, whether it was my sales job or my content creation, now in Toastmaster. And he's my constant cheerleader since 2015. Because of that, I didn't mind to start over and over again from the scratch. And all this made me fearless and risk taker. Today, I want to thank all of them for their contribution in my life. On this note, I just wanted to say that you don't be afraid to start over and over again from the scratch, because each scratch adds fuel to your experience. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Let us all have the standing ovation. It was wonderful. Toastmaster Amruta. It was really great. So, yeah. So, moving on. It's time to have the next speaker. Next speaker is we have Ashwin Nair. Speech title is Curious Journey. It's a level one. Pathway is presentation mastery. Time is 4 to 6 minutes. Let me ask evaluator two, Toastmaster Saish, to say about the speaker.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Ashwin is attempting level 1 P1 icebreaker speech of the pathway presentation master. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the timing details are 4 to 6 minutes.
Okay. So please put your hands together for the Toastmaster Ashwin Nair. So Ashwin Nair, a curious journey, Ashwin Nair.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when one contemplates. These are the lines said by the great Albert Einstein. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests. Today, while I'm standing in front of you, I would be taking you across various stages of my life. I have divided them into 3 chapters. Starting with my school life. You must have all come across a kid who looks very innocent, but whenever there is a mischief, you know that kid is behind it. With a wicked smile. Yes, that kid was me. I believe when God made me, He added everything in decent proportions and did not make me exceptionally well in any one of those. Decent at academics, decent at sports, decent at music and art, and of course a bit of humor as well. My mom was a teacher at the same school. Trust me when I say this, there is no more awkward scenario other than your mom entering your class to teach you while 50 students are making fun of you for the same. Even as a kid, I was extremely aware how people perceived me. I would act like a complete stranger to my mom in school. You see, our personal relationship should not affect our professional lives. For the few times that I got on stage in school, this time around, it was for a solo singing competition. And they had introduced a mic for the first time. I had no idea how to use a mic, or for the fact that you had to take a mic up and down while you're changing the notes. I went on to sing a very high note in my song, and I very vividly remember the audience covering their ears in agony because I was so loud. I was shattered in thousand pieces. Even then, I remember my school days very fondly. Going further to my college days, I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from SIS Graduate School of Technology. This was the time when my shortcomings were at the forefront. I was really nervous around people. You won't believe me, but I have missed buses just for the fact that I did not want to interact with the person sitting at the bus stop. I have always admired when people in my college, when people take up the mic, go to the stage, be comfortable, be confident. I would wonder what goes into making such a good public speaker. Amongst all the memories I had in my college, one of them really stands out. This is me participating in the open mic competition in my final year of my college with a band. I was trembling when I got on the stage, but this was one of the most memorable nights which I had. It gave me immense joy and pleasure just for the fact that I participated in it. Going further to my professional life, I worked in a manufacturing company for a period of 1 year and try to run it day in day out to clear the bottlenecks. One of the biggest challenges I faced there was trying to have an effective communication with people from various age groups and from all walks of life. I struggled there, but the experience humbled me. I learned how to manage people. My curiosity wasn't satisfied though. I wanted to work in some cutting edge technology and some thought provoking ideas. Therefore, I took a leap of faith and I left my job. To the lazy person that I was, there was no bigger motivation than my dad's taunt for the next 6 months. I can proudly tell you today that I had successfully completed the transition and I am working as a software engineer trying to build products in blockchain domain. The main reason I joined Toastmasters is to inculcate the values or the superpowers which I saw in those public speakers and would like to incorporate them within myself and maybe someday inspire someone else as well. These thoughts have been there in my mind across all these three phases and had me believe about my shortcomings. But in my current phase, when I have successfully completed the transition, even after 4 years of engineering, what can such 3 to 4 instances of awkward public speaking even dare do to me? Don't stop and get going. Thank you.
So thank you for the wonderful speech, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you.
So Toastmaster Anand, can we have can we launch feedback poll now? Toastmaster Anand,
Yes, it has already been launched.
already launched. Okay. So okay, so can we move? Can we go ahead then?
Yes, please.
Okay, fine. So the third speaker for this round is the third speaker for this round will be attending level 2 project 2 from the pathway effective coaching. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Meenakshi. So I would request Zoom Master to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Meenakshi. Toastmaster Meenakshi, I request you to please read out the speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Chetan. Good evening, everyone, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Parita. As mentioned by the Toastmaster of the Day, she is attempting Level 2 Project 2, which is understanding your communication style. So the purpose of this project is for her to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to share the impact of her style on others. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Please note. All the best, Toastmaster Parita.
Toastmaster Chetan, you are on mute. I can't hear you.
I'm so sorry. I was so anyway. So Toastmaster Parija, effective Scrumshan Khichdi, Toastmaster Parija. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Before I start, I have a brain brushing question to put up, and I want you all to swiftly take up the chat box and answer in that. And the question is, relate your communication style to one of the delicious food item. I repeat, relate your communication style to one of the delicious food item. For example, I can relate Toastmaster Vidya's communication style to Pani Puri, as she is spicy, tangy, sweet, and palatable. Come on, I'm waiting for the answers. Let's see what are the answers that I'm going to get. Yes. Okay, Parita's khichdi is going to come up, yes, later, but yes, I'm waiting for lovely answers. Please relate, brush your brains. Come on, what can you communicate? Wow, pasta, wonderful. That sounds great. And we are going to have real pineapple raita is really scrumptious too. Maggie, wow, that's my favorite again. Yes, any more things that coming? Believe me, with all this, we are going to have a feast at the end of the meeting. So put up the best answers that you can. Many more waiting. Anand, I can't see any answer from you, Anand. Okay, I got it. Pineapple raita was your answer. I'm so sorry. Okay, so moving ahead, biryani also sounds great, Jamie, and I'm definitely going to make sure we have a feast towards the end of this meeting. Thank you so much for participating in this, and thank you so much for swiftly answering to that question. Moving ahead, communication was the first word that I heard after joining Toastmasters. Communication and confidence is like two peas in a pod. To enhance this, I enrolled myself in Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Parita Thakkar, and here today I am to peep into my communication style. My communication style is one of a kind. It's a right blend of spicy, tangy, sweet, sour words. To start with, when I was in school, my teacher used to ask me, Parita, why haven't you done your homework? Just drooping my eyes, I used to say, Ma'am, I was under the weather. And I was excused. This magical statement I have been using from grade 1 to grade 10, and I have got wonderful results. Moving ahead, when I am caught, yes, I am caught by a traffic police, and he tells me to give fine. Madam, you have to. 500 rupees to dena padega. I quickly start speaking in Amchi impressive Marathi language, and he gets totally impressed and no fine, and he let me go from there. When I go to buy vegetables, 25 rupees kg potatoes, I make sure that I buy for 22 rupees a kg. And that shows my effective communication. Moving ahead, when people call me for credit card, for subscription of pest control, for AquaGuard subscription, the way I talk to them, they never call me again by mistake also. So now, whatever communication style I'm portraying right now in Toastmasters or at office or in school in front of my teachers, frankly, friends, it's all fake. The right and the perfect communication style is put up at home in front of my children and husband. Who better than them knows my communication style? Correct? So I am direct and I speak up to the mark, up to the point. For example, I say, Shreya, put off your video game and please put your mobile aside. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw everything now. What is this? She gets petrified and the results are there. And she tells, Mama, you should have been rather in the military office or in army. Next, I don't nod my head, neither do I say yes for everything that I hear. So on that note, my husband tells me, Parita, oh God, you should have been a lawyer every time. Why, when, what, why? I can be so much lawyer, doctor, engineer with only my communication styles, man. Oh my God. Moving ahead, now when DTM Santosh is not here right now, but he's my mentor for all your information. When DTM Santosh has skillful, direct and supportive communication style, I have ditto to ditto communication style as I am his mentee. And although I'm not very good with analytical communication style, like TM Sanish, TM Jamie, who has in-depth knowledge of technical things, Toastmasters. But for that reason, you will always see me having a notepad and a pen, and I'm always jotting down the notes to enhance that particular skill. Friends, communication style is just a learning process. It's a matter of giving time to it. The more you give time to it, better the results. As consistent practice, you will be on the top notch. With all this, I'm having a whale of time with this lovely speakers present here, and I get to learn amazing things from them. Not only that, I have fun imitating them at times. And with all this, you all must have got to know that my communication style is a perfect scrumptious khichdi. And to have the taste of this perfect scrumptious khichdi, you all are invited to my place after this meeting. Over to you, TTM of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful speech, Toastmaster Rija, and very unique style you have. So I request Zoom Master to launch speed feedback poll. And I now request timer Harshada to present a timing taken by the speaker. I request Zoom Master to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Harshada. Toastmaster Harshada, over to you.
Actually, my PC is a little bit blank. That's why I was not able to open the report. All three speakers are qualified.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, still hang. Yeah. Toastmaster Amruta took 4 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Ashwin took 4 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Parita took 7 minutes 21 seconds.
All are qualified, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, Zoom Master, are we ready with the polls for the best speaker?
Yes, the participants are still completing the previous poll. I guess it will take a minute, 10 seconds more. I'll count from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll end the poll and launch the next poll.
May I ask audience to vote for the best prepared speaker? Let me know, Toastmaster, once it is done.
Yes, the polls have been launched, and we have had 16 responses so far. Just one more response waiting.
Okay, we will wait.
We'll end the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you.
So thank you all of you. Now it's a time for the table topics. So uh, to provide us with the challenge for today's table topic round, we have the table topic master who will be conducting this session today. Today's table topic master is Akshaya, and uh, please help me in welcoming the table topic master for the day, Toastmaster Akshaya. I would request Zoom Master to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Akshaya. Over to you, Toastmaster Akshaya.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Akshaya and I am the table topic master of the day. This is an impromptu speech session for the Toastmasters meeting. It is an interesting session which will give you a chance to all Toastmasters and guests to sharpen their listening, thinking, organizing, and speech delivery skills. For table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. The green screen will be showed at 1 minute, yellow screen at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. The grace period of 30 seconds is given to qualify for the vote. The speaker has to speak for minimum 1 minute to qualify for voting. All speakers are requested to use the word of the day, which is, can someone tell me what the word of the day is?
We do not have a grammarian, so we do not have the word of the day.
Okay.
Thank you.
So since there's no word of the day, I will give you one word. Say happy. So try and inculcate happy into your speech wherever possible. So I encourage all members and guests to volunteer for the session. So let us begin. And please come ahead. I have 15 topics for you to choose from. So give me a random number between 1 to 15. Anyone?
Manish.
Yes. Mr. Manish, which number would you pick?
5.
Between 1 to 15. 5. Okay, the topic is environment conservation, Mr. Manish. Environment conservation, Mr. Manish.
Environment
Conservation.
Can you please give me some other topic apart from environment?
Okay, what other number would you pick? If
4.
Not 5. Okay, I wish I were fill in the blank. I wish I were fill in the blank.
Good afternoon, everybody. I wish I was a fill in the blank. Whenever I have to deliver a speech, I feel tongue tied. I shiver, my legs shiver. That time I feel that I should be a fill in blank, that nobody should say to me to deliver a speech. Whenever I am in a group of people, I do not know what happened to me at that time. When I speak one-to-one, I do not have any problem. I can pump up the information. I ask many questions. But when I meet people in a group and when they crack joke, I notice I do not have sense of humor. I do not have anything to ask. That time I think, I wish I was a fill in the blank, that I should not have to ask anything. Sometimes I think this world is not made for me, because as a child, I was starved of intellectual nourishment. That time I didn't take interest in studies. But when I have to rub shoulder with the people, those who are intellectual giant, I feel that I know nothing. That time I wish I was in a fill in the blank, that nobody asked me anything, and I should not meet those people. I should not interact with those people, because I can figure out that is my biggest weakness. And that's the reason I joined Toastmasters meeting. And I want that I should now not be a fill in the blank for future. So I should get rid of this problem. But I will keep on trying, never give up, because this fill in the blank which I want to get rid of permanently. I want that every parent should encourage their children to participate in Toastmaster meeting, so they should not become the fill in the blank that they can't answer a question. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Well spoken, Mr. Manish. Anyone else? Who's next? Toastmaster Anand, you want to give it a try?
I'll give it a skip for the moment.
Okay. Anyone else?
We have guest Swapnil. Toastmaster Kalyan, would you like to take it up?
Can I pick up number 3?
Okay. Number 3, if I had a superpower, Toastmaster Kalyan. If I had a superpower, Toastmaster Kalyan.
I'm really happy to have this as my topic. That's fantastic. Okay. If I had a superpower, I can't imagine what are the things I'm going to do out of it. Okay. But if I put priorities, what I'm going to do first in my superpower, the best of my knowledge is I'll become more lazy, don't do much of work, and have all my results. That's a good part of it. But when I have superpower in a real sense, I am seeing the kind of environmental damage which we as a human being, which we have caused today. I'll try to change it on an immediate basis. That's a first and foremost priority if I have a superpower. The second thing, if I have a superpower, I would ensure the education, which has been very good priority, it will be the must for each and every kid who is born in this world. If I have the superpower, then I will ensure that food for everybody. The basic need of a human being is 3 things, which everybody is struggling for: food, shelter, knowledge. Right? I have covered first 2. Then comes the shelter. Whatever needs which can be provided to these people, each and every one, I will definitely do that. Moving ahead, one thing I will ensure within the human communities, no enmity, no war between the countries, and no boundaries in this world. This world is one, people are one, and live happy, ever happy. Thank you.
Well said. Who's next? Come on, someone. Don't make me pick someone out from the group. Okay, Toastmaster Parita, which number would you choose? Please remember 1 and 3 and 4 have been taken already.
Number 1.
Okay. The best day of my life, Toastmaster Parita. The best day of my life.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. It's been a wonderful journey in Toastmasters. So the best day of my life would be the very first day when I gave my icebreaker speech. And that's one thing I can never forget. I was literally shivering. Believe me, I was. Now, Akshaya has asked me to use the happy word, but there is no chance in this TT that I can use the happy word, as I had tears in my eyes since morning. I was taking help of my daughter, my husband, my in-laws, everybody, and I have made everybody on toes on that particular first day of my icebreaker speech in Toastmasters. Friends, it's not been easy. It's been really, really and hard nut to crack, as I was quite introvert, and for me, grammar, English, everything was way too difficult. Probably I don't know how I have come here, but it's taken a long and lot of hard work. Every time I have goosebumps when I hear good speeches. Every time I make a note of good words that have been used in the Toastmasters. Every time I appreciate or make a note of vocabulary words that have been used by the speakers. So the day I gave my icebreaker speech, I will never ever be able to forget in my life. With this note, I would always like to tell all the new speakers who gave their icebreaker speech today, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Don't give up. Don't get disheartened. Move on and on and on. And we all are there with you to encourage you, to boost you. And it's a beautiful platform that we all can enhance our personality. We can inhale a lot of confidence and exhale fear. Thank you so much.
Well said, TM Parita. Who's next? Yes. Toastmaster Saga, which number would you pick? 1, 3, and 4 are taken.
10.
Okay. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Toastmaster Saga. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty, yeah. So different peoples have different perceptions about different things. So one thing maybe look beautiful to somebody, but same thing maybe not so beautiful. And this is not about beautiful. This is many things and about our life, like our decisions also. Sometimes we admire somebody for some qualities, and somebody just hate those qualities. So it is very prospective thing. And this word, this sentence emphasis on that every human being has a different perception and different way of thinking, seeing the things in the world. Yeah, so this is yeah. So we can say so how the different people see the same things differently. Like I can see in my way, like in our families, in my family members also, our perceptions are different. Like we have many controversies. Something we admire, my parents admire, but some that same thing, good thing, is I didn't appreciate. I don't appreciate much those things. So this also relate to same concept only, I think. Like I can give the example of a religion. Like my parents are very religious, and they perceive as everything is God created and everything is destined. But in my perception, everything is everything is random, and everything we determine. Whatever the action, that determines everything. So this is the similar type of concept, I can say. Yeah. So truly, this statement emphasizes that everybody has a different perception about everything.
I agree with you, Toastmaster Sagar. Everyone has a different perception. Okay, who's next? Miss Pushpa? Yeah, okay. Which number would you pick? 1, 3, 4, sorry. Yeah, 1, 3, 4, and 10 are taken.
I would like to pick number 12.
Okay. How can food be recycled, Miss Pushpa? How can food be recycled?
So we all know that in this world there are a lot of people who go to sleep without having any food. In fact, many people die due to malnutrition. There are many cases and children in India who don't even get 2 proper square meals of food. And we all cook meals in our houses, and we all save at least maybe 1 kg of food every single day. And many of our forefathers and previous generation people used to say that if any remaining food is left, we should just throw it as a new day begins. We should always start with fresh food. But I don't believe that. I feel that we should always save that food, not actually save, but in fact we should save. We should cook extra food for the poor children, and we should at least contribute 10 or 20% of the food we make every day to some or the other child. And we should strive to take this oath that even if one single person is able to support one child, that child's future is going to be very bright, and that child will be very happy, and that child in turn will support another child in the future. So in this way, this chain will keep going on, and I feel each and everybody is capable of supporting at least one person in this world. Thank you.
Ms. Pushpa. Who's next? Anyone? Come on, don't make me pick people out from the group. If I have to pick, I'll give you harder topics than the one I've already chosen. Come on. Who's next?
Toastmaster Raju.
Good evening, Toastmaster Akshaya. Looking forward to an easy topic from you.
Okay, the numbers that I've taken are 1, 3, 4, 12, and 10. What number would you pick aside from that?
It's your choice, but easy choice, please. Thank you.
Okay. Music has the power to heal. Toastmaster Raj. Music has the power to heal.
Music has the power to heal. What a fantastic topic. A topic which always makes me happy because my son has got passion for guitar. And whenever he plays the guitar, he makes me so happy. Music is one thing which makes you dance even in the most difficult times. I wish there was music now, and I'm sure I would have spoken better. So without music, I'm dumb. With music, I can sing and even give a good speech maybe. So music definitely is a great thing. And one should always have a hobby of playing music or at least listening to music. Should select a certain time, take the mobile out, take the internet out, and just hear to some good music. Music will always heal you. It will improve your health. It will also, if you can play some music, then it will also make other people happy in the environment, in the locality. So one should always play music and listen to music and be happy and make others happy. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akshaya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raju. Listening to you is like listening to music, sir.
Oh.
Where is our Toastmaster champion?
Queen.
Toastmaster Vidya?
Queen. Toastmaster Queen.
Where is she? She's hiding today. Do you want me to pick a topic for you, or do you want to pick from the numbers available?
Anything. What numbers you have?
2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, and 14.
Give her all the balance. Give her all the balance.
13.
13. Okay. More recycling should be encouraged. Toastmaster Vidya. More recycling should be encouraged.
During lockdown, you got some time. You just sit in the balcony and saw the beautiful sun in the morning and the beautiful sun in the evening. Did you observe the sky, the beautiful birds chirping? Yes, you would have got time, and I'm sure you would have done it. I did it every day, morning and evening. And I felt this is such a beautiful world and it should be taken care of. There was nothing to do, but there was so much to explore. This world is a beautiful miracle, and we are a miracle in this world. But are we really taking care of this beautiful miracle that we have got? No, we are exploiting it like anything. We know we can do so many things, but we are not doing. We are heading towards the end, but it is in our hand to protect our world. And there are so many ways to do that. We all know, and that one way is recycling. We are told not to use plastic, but rather than not able to use plastic, it is needed. Rather than why not recycle it? Why not give that awareness? Why not make system where we can recycle the plastic? Because it is needed, it can't be avoided. Plastic can be recycled. There are few initiatives. Schools are collecting plastic in bottles. You might have seen, I have seen that. That's a good initiative, but that should be spread. That awareness should be made to all the people. I go in train, I see people eating and throwing the plastic in the train itself, outside. They keep their house clean, but are they keeping the house they are in, the earth clean? How can we do that? We can collect all the garbage, separate it, and give it to the institution where they can recycle. There are so many things that can be recycled, and we can save the world to the best possible. Think over it. At least small initiative will help us to protect our world. And the word is recycle. Thank you. Over to you.
Well said. Anyone else? Or are we done with the table topics?
Arshada would like to.
Yes. Okay, the numbers available are 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 14.
I will take 6.
I always wanted a woman to take this topic. Let's see. Women should rule the world. Toastmaster
Can you
Harshita.
please
Women
give me
should
a
rule
moment?
the world.
Can you please give me a moment? I'm just changing my timer cards.
Yeah.
You're able to see the timer cards, right?
Yes, Anna.
The topic is women should rule the world.
I'll start. Women should rule the world. We don't need to say this because women are already ruling the world. Like in Hindu system, we have the goddesses Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati, Ma Parvati. Even we say that the whole world was originated from this Ardhanari. We know this. So women are already ruling the world actually. And this concept of women should rule the world, it is like, I feel, not the, it, I don't want to give the biased opinion. I will give some contradictory opinion. I don't think women only have to rule the world, because you don't have to give someone role to make them do something. Everything should be, if they want to do, they will. If they don't want to do, they will not. So things work like that. If I have if you have 2 children in your home, one is a girl, one is a boy, and your boy wants to pick up your hobby of makeup artist, and he started practicing on himself, it should not be weird thing. The same goes with the girl. If any girl who is just engineering pass out, and there are going to be elections in their area, and she wants to stood up as a candidate, if she have that will, and if she don't have support, then I think we need this biased opinion that women should lead the world, because rule the world, because sometimes women are only people who discourage other women. And if we make this thought clear that women should rule the world, then it might change the opinions of this woman. And hence I would like to conclude my topic like that. Yes, sometime we may need this word, that women should rule the world, and for that positive aspect only. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Or should we move on to the next?
Has guest Swapnil participated? Yes, Swapnil?
No. Not now.
No, actually. Yeah, I would like to give it a try.
Okay. The numbers available are 2, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 14.
14.
14. Okay. Topic is ghosts are not real. Guess Swapnil. Ghosts are not real.
Any other number can I pick?
Okay, sure. Aside from 14.
Uh,
2, 7, 8,
okay, 2.
2. Benefits of yoga.
Benefits of yoga. As most of currently most of the everyone feels that yoga is a physical exercise, but if you really go through it, if you really study, if you read something about yoga, you will come to know that yoga is not only physical exercise, it's a way of life. Yoga gives you, it is how you behave in a society. If you there's there's Ashtang yoga is there. The 8 limbs are there of yoga, where in each limb it shows you, it teaches you how to live, how to conduct yourself in a society, how to live your life. So it's not only about a physical education, a physical exercise, and apart from that, so if I go a bit, I have read something about yoga that it is one of the everyone knows that it's a ancient ancient science of India, and it has spread everywhere. It has spread all over the world. But at the same time, most of the other exercises, they have a base of yoga. And apart from physical exercise, it gives you it also has a lot of positive impact on on your mind. It gives you that stability, stability to your mind. At the same time, it clears out all the noise which is already there in your mind, the clutter in your mind, which helps you to live your life more peacefully and healthy. Thanks.
Thank you, guest Swapnil. Anyone else, or should we move on to the next session?
We can move on. We have that. Thank you.
I would like the timer to share the timer report. Has all the speakers qualified?
Yes, all speakers are qualified.
Okay. So now I would like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Well, thank you, Table Topic Master Akshaya, for the entertaining session. And thank you, speaker, for the thinking on your feet. Now I request timer to present timing. So we have done all this already. So we'll move on. Yeah, please. Yeah, you are saying something, Anand? Anand?
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me have the timer to present the timing taken by the all table topics. I will request Zoom Master Toastmaster Anand to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Harshada. Harshada, can you say all the timing taken by the speakers?
Manish took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Toastmaster Kalyan Kumar took 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Parita took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Toastmaster Sagar took 2 minutes 1 second. Pushpa took 1 minute 27 seconds. Toastmaster Raju took 1 minute 23 seconds. Toastmaster Vidya took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Toastmaster Harshada took 2 minutes 18 seconds. Swapnil took 1 minute 45 seconds.
Okay. So all the speakers are qualified?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now, Zoom Master, are we ready with the polls for the best table topic speaker?
Please allow me some time.
Okay. So may I go ahead with the next part, or will wait?
Yeah, you may continue with the theme.
So may I ask audience to vote for the best table topic speaker?
Please give me a moment. The speaker names are Toastmaster Manish, Toastmaster Kalyan Kumar, Toastmaster Kavita, Toastmaster Sagar, Toastmaster Pushpa, Vidya, Harshada, and Swapnil. Am I missing anyone?
Anand, should I read the name again? Can you just check in your list?
Yeah, Toastmaster Manish, Toastmaster Kalyan Kumar,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Parita,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Sagar,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Pushpa,
Hmm?
Toastmaster Vidya.
Toastmaster Raju, I guess you have missed.
Okay. Okay, and Toastmaster Vidya, Toastmaster Harshada, and guest Swapnil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we have just 9 speakers, is it?
Yes, Anand.
Okay, thank you. I'll launch the polls. I guess I am facing some issues. I'll launch the poll sometime later.
Okay. Yeah. So let me continue with the theme part. The meeting is on time. So, talking about serving others, so no one has ever become poor by giving. Helping others is like helping yourself. Small acts, when multiplied by the millions of people, can transform the world. Helping others not only lifting someone up, but also eventually lifted us on their places. By serving others, you will ever discover the beauty of life, the purpose of your existence, and the best way to be happy and successful. So, with this, I would like to start the next part of the meeting. It's an important round of Toastmaster meeting. In this round, constructive feedback is given to each speaker as well as to the overall meeting conduct so that members can benefit from the experience of evaluator and become better speakers. For this, we have the general evaluator to conduct this session. Today, general evaluator is Toastmaster Praveen. So please help me in welcoming the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Praveen. I would request Zoom Master, Toastmaster Anand, to kindly unmute and spotlight Toastmaster Praveen. Over to you, Toastmaster Praveen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Am I being heard well? I mean, audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yes, you are visible too.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, everyone. I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. For the benefit of the guests, my role is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is the evaluation of the prepared speeches. Part 2 is to call upon the tag team for their reports, and then at the end I shall give my general evaluation of the overall meeting. Before I call upon the first evaluator, may I request the timer to give us the timing guidelines of the evaluations.
Yes. On 2 minutes, I will display green card. On 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will display yellow card, and on 3 minutes, I will display red card. So we
Thank
have
you.
overall 2 to 3 minutes.
Thank you, Timer Harshada. I would now like to invite our first evaluator, Toastmaster Vidya. Zoom Master, please spot. Over to you.
Hello everyone, good evening and a special good evening to my target speaker Toastmaster Amruta. A big round of applause for this wonderful speech. And why I say this was a wonderful speech, I'll tell you. The title, let's start with the title, very simple and apt. My life in 6 minutes. Awesome. The opening was fabulous. You started with a great phrase and I was scratching my head. What is the message that you want to convey? You moved on with the basic information about yourself. Very good. Your date of birth, from where you belong to, your parents. You moved to your education. You told about your education. And then you moved to your message, the opening part. Awesome. You spoke about your career and what was about your career and all the aspects of your career, and again you moved to the opening, and that was clear what message you wanted to say in the opening. I loved the structure because after every aspect of your life you again moved to your family and told in detail about your family, their names and what they meant to you. You put in humor also when you were speaking about your mother, how she doesn't agree with your decisions. You spoke about your sister, your husband, and it was clear how much they meant to you. You put humor, and then there was the conclusion. Bang on conclusion, powerful conclusion. You connected the opening, your entire structure, and you connected this conclusion, and therefore the structure was bang on because there was one message in your entire speech which you wanted to give, and it was there with us. Thank you for that. You're in terms of your delivery, you were confident, your hand gestures were good. Now some points where I felt you could have improved. Though you were confident, I felt somewhere the nervousness was visible. And how you could have covered it? With your smile in the entire speech. There were few instances, but with the entire speech with a great smile, it would have helped. A great voice modulation, like when you spoke about your mother, you could have had a dialogue and have used voice modulation to say that message, that how she doesn't agree with you. You had 6 minutes. Your title said that 6 minutes. But I felt you didn't utilize that entire 6 minutes. You completed your speech before that. There could have been certain incidences where you said that your life was inspiration. You could have used certain incidents of your life to reflect that message, apart from other things. So you could have used those entire 6 minutes and 30 seconds. You could have used some more humor to make it more interesting. However, I feel it was a great speech. What I liked was that one message you started with, you had throughout the speech, and you concluded with that speech. With this recommendation, you will rock in the journey of Toastmasters. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you to Toastmaster Vidya. I would request the Zoom master to spotlight Toastmaster Saish. Yeah. Over to you, Toastmaster Saish.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Ashwin, a curious journey. Wow, what a great speech it was. The structure of your speech was amazing. You gave a good intro with a quote. The body was well structured as you gave details about your journey so far, from your school days to your college days to job, and why you left your job and what inspired you to join Toastmasters. You had great clarity in your speech. Your spoken language was very clear. Vocal variety. For example, you said, I have decent knowledge. I have enough skills in art and sports and some humor. Your use of tone, speed, and volume as tools was very well heard. Gestures. For example, when you said about when your mother was a teacher in your school and how it created a problem with you and your mother teaching you in a class, and it created an issue with your friends as well. That was very well effectively presented. There was you had an engagement with your audience that was great, and I felt you were very comfortable in giving your speech. Some suggestions that I would like to give is, during your open mic competition in your final year, you could have added how scared were you before going on the stage, and how joyous or happy you felt just participating in it. That could have been added. Vocal variety. For example, my father troubled me because I left my job, and he was sitting on my neck for the next 6 months. Another thing that could have been added was how you manage people in your job, and then what inspired you because of that to join Toastmasters. Overall, it was a great speech. Um, Amazing for an icebreaker. It was well structured. You used various quotes as well as phrases. And also, you showed a range of vocabulary in your speech. You completed the purpose of the speech, of the project, and I would wish you all the best for your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you to Toastmaster Saish. I will now request the Zoom master to spotlight Toastmaster Meenakshi. Over to you, to Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Praveen. Good evening once again, everyone. And again, a warm welcome to good evening, Toastmaster Parita, my target speaker for the day. You sumptuous khichdi. When I read the topic in itself, honestly, the first thing that I felt was hungry, obviously. And you also hooked the audience with a question. How do you relate your communication style with a food item? And I could see people writing pasta and golgappa, and you also spoke about the tangy, spicy, and I'm sure everyone were mouth-watering just sitting right there. So you hook the audience from the very go in itself, because food is something that everyone relates to, and we all related at the very first instance. So you spoke about your different communication styles, like as a mother, how you are in your communication style, as a wife, as a mentee in the Toastmasters Club. So you covered various different styles. And at the same time, you also covered the impact of that style on the other people around you. So basically, this was the objective of the speech, and you covered it. So kudos to you for completing the basic objective of the speech today. I would want to talk to you about your delivery aspect. I mean, it was hands down perfect. I can't say anything about it. Like, you gave the speech standing. It was perfect, like from head to torso, everything was covered. You had good hand gestures, you had perfect vocal variety, and you also paused at the right places. So when you said that when in school teacher was asking you about your homework and you said, ma'am, I was under the weather, and then you paused at the right moment. I mean, it was the perfect timing for the pause. And it gave people time also to process what exactly, and it also gave people good excuses now that they will use in their lives. Thank you so much for that. So I would want to speak something to you about how do you go about how to better your speech in terms of the content of the speech. So you spoke about two main aspects of your communication style. One was the direct and one was the analytical. But usually we talk about four different aspects. So you could have incorporated initiating and supportive again as a communication style. You could have also spoken about some quality of each different kind of style. So for example, when you said that as a mother, you are very strict with your children, you have to pick up your stuff right now, otherwise I'm throwing it. And they do it because they listen to you. And that kind of a communication style is a direct communication style. So you could have mentioned some quality, like a direct communicator is focused, he's result oriented. So that's how you got the result. You got your kids to clean up after themselves. So that is some quality that you could have incorporated for each of the styles, and explaining it, how did you relate it to your regular life. And you could have also mentioned to us what exactly is your primary style. Like I know you mentioned about the khichdi, like it's a mixture of different kind of styles, but you could have clearly called it out. And also you gave us a learning, like communication is a learning process. So you gave us about your style, that it's a learning process in the end. And probably you could have added a call to action for the audience, like maybe tell the audience, like, what is your communication style? How do you go about it? So we would have had something to think about it in the end. So all in all, a good speech, but if you could work on these aspects on the content, it would be a great speech. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Praveen. You're on mute, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Praveen, you're on mute.
Thank you to Toastmaster Nakshi. Now I would call on the timer to give the timing report, the evaluations.
Yeah. Hello. For evaluations, Toastmaster Vidya took 3 minutes 19 seconds. Toastmaster Saish took 2 minutes 33 seconds. Toastmaster Meenakshi took 3 minutes 24 seconds, and all are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishada. Master, are we ready with the polls? Yes.
Yes, and has been launched. We have got all the responses. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoom Master Anand. How is the last part where I will give my evaluation of the overall meeting? The sergeant at arms started off the meeting by using humor when he spoke about the audience starting on their videos in time. That set the right tone for the meeting. After that, the presiding officer introduced the guests and then called upon the Toastmaster of the day. the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chetan, started off quite well by explaining the structure of the meeting for the benefit of the guests. There was an initial hiccup when he started with the prepared speeches section. To avoid this, I would urge the Toastmaster of the day to include the names of the evaluators and the speakers in his script. As for the theme, the Toastmaster of the day spoke on the aspects, the aspect of the Toastmasters that is not spoken of much. The serving the aspect. So well done for that. For the prepared speeches, we had two icebreaker speeches. I would like to congratulate to Toastmaster Amruta and to Toastmaster Ashwin for taking this first step. My best wishes to you on your Toastmasters journey. Next, we had the table topics section. There was an interesting mix of topics, including the ever important environment related topics. The Toastmaster, the table topics master read out the timing guidelines herself. I would recommend that the timer be called on to read the timing guidelines. Next was the evaluation section. We had some very good evaluations where each of the evaluators gave specific examples when they gave their evaluation. So well done for that. I would also like to commend Zoom Master Anand for a fantastic job done in every section. We knew exactly who was speaking. So that's all from my side. I would now like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Praveen. That was wonderful. So, Toastmaster, are we ready with the poll for the best table topic speaker?
Yes, it is ready. I will launch it.
Oh, yeah. May I ask audience to vote for the best table topic speaker, please? Let me know, Toastmaster Anand, when it is done.
Yes, we have got all the responses. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, it has been a pleasure serving you as your Toastmasters of this evening. I hope you have enjoyed the meeting. On that note, a big thank you to all of you for being here for today and making this meeting a success. It's time for awards now. I would request this session onwards to presiding officer, Toastmaster Anand. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. It has been a wonderful session, and we have been before time, and that's a new surprise for all of us. In quite yes, Toastmaster Raju is looking at his watch, and he knows it's time for his tea. It's well, pretty much early for his tea time. In the time that we have, let me launch the polls for the best role player. It has been a wonderful table topic session, and I must say, I was modifying the polls for the previous session, and most of the guests have been just had to be replaced by the word guest to Toastmaster. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Kalyan, Toastmaster Sagar, Pushpa, for joining in as a guest to a Toastmaster. Wonderful, thank you. And I'm sure, Swapnil, you liked the entire session. I would request you to share your feedback as well.
Thank you very much. It was really a wonderful session, wonderful meeting. This is the first time that I have attended any Toastmaster meeting. I have been reading a lot about hearing a lot about Toastmaster, and it's a very good platform for each and everyone to learn and improve his communication, his or her communication skill, presentation skill. And I would really like to join your club, your team. Thank you very much.
That's really wonderful, Toastmaster Swapnil. The club is looking for new members as well, and we'll be more than happy to have you as part of our team. Do get connected with Toastmaster Vidya, who is our Vice President membership, and she will help you out. I would also recommend you to attend more meetings, and then check out and then feel comfortable with the entire setting.
Yes.
And then make a decision. Thank you, Swapnil, for joining in.
Thanks a lot.
The polls, we have 14 responses. If we can have just 3 more responses, we can close the polls. Each and every vote counts. So I would request you to put in your votes. Okay, thank you. One more vote left, and they'll end the poll. In 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Thank you. We do not have a supporting role, a best supporting role player. Thank you, Toastmaster Harshada, for being gracious enough to take up the role at the very last minute. So thank you, Harshada, for that.
Welcome, Anand. Thank you so much for providing the role also.
Most welcome. And before we announce the results and share the certificates, we have our new Toastmaster Sagar. Toastmaster Sagar, I would request you to turn on your video and have the member there.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you. So we'll be having the proceeding with the new member induction. So you can put your right palm to your towards your chest, and then repeat after. And after I complete my statement, you can say, "Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of our program is to actively participate. Do you, Toastmaster Sagar, promise to be active member of this club, to attend meetings regularly, and prepare fully for your duties? Do you also promise to fulfill the other points in the Toastmasters promise?"
Yes, I will regularly attend the meeting and I will actively involve all the meetings, and I will prepare my speeches, and I will seriously prepare, take seriously that paths. And yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sagar. Now, the club members of Agnel Toastmaster Club, do you, the members of Agnel Toastmasters Club, promise to support Toastmaster Sagar as they work the Toastmasters program?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
It is my pleasure to declare you installed as member of Agnel Toastmasters Club. Please accept this certificate. Would it be possible for you, Toastmaster, to grab a picture of this? Toastmaster Praveen? Or someone, can someone?
I got it, yes. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Yes, nice to be a member of yeah, Toastmaster, Angel Toastmaster. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And we now have the awards for the best role players as well. I'll make Praveen, you as the co-host. So if you can please help me spotlight. Praveen, I've made you the co-host. So if you can help me spotlight.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The best speaker. Toastmaster Parita, please accept the certificate for the best speaker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Parita. Hope the PK is taken. Okay, done.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun doing this. Thank you once again.
Do keep giving speeches and win more.
I will keep on troubling you for that. I don't mind doing it.
Yes. No worries. It's our pleasure to hear you speak again, to hear you speak.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Next for the best table topics, and it goes to none other than Toastmaster Vidya. once again. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vidya.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you. And the best evaluator, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Meenakshi, on becoming the best evaluator once again. Congratulations.
We are done.
And the best role player, the table topic master, Toastmaster Akshaya. Girls rule, isn't it? It's a complete sweep.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Akshaya, on being the best role player. Do take up more roles, and then we'd love to hear you speak as well. Congratulations. Moving on, we have our next meeting, which is on the 30th of April, 2022. It will be our third meeting for this particular month. Tomorrow is 17th of April, and we have the semi-finals. So do join in and cheer for distinguished Toastmaster Santosh and hear him speak. The next week, 23rd of April, we again have Toastmaster Vidya and Toastmaster Santosh. So again, do join in. So have two fun-filled weeks. I've also launched a survey. We have also launched a survey for whether we want to have physical meetings in the future. Yes, and Toastmaster Raju is completely ecstatic and happy about it. And he has told me that there has to be a party for the physical meeting. No party, no meeting. Do give in your suggestions and feedback on how we would like to have the physical meeting, when and what frequency. We love to hear your feedback so that we can plan it out. We have the 275th milestone meeting coming up in the month of May. That is 21st of May. We also love to meet together, have fun, and enjoy. So we are listening out to you. Do send your responses, and we can plan accordingly. I guess we can take this entire weekend out, and in case there are members or friends who are not yet nominated or shared your response, it's your duty to call them up once you have finished your response, and then tell them and inspire them to come and let's meet. And with this, I conclude the meeting for today. Thank you. And I stop the recording, and the time